Hello everybody, welcome back to Style Me Hannah and welcome to another video. We have got a sewing diaries video today, and basically in this series I'm going to be sewing things that are on my Pinterest board, things that I've been wanting to sew for a really long time but maybe just haven't had the time to get around to it. The first little project that I'm going to be tackling is going to be this almost Garni inspired top and frill shorts. And I'm going to be using this fabric that I recently thrifted from the SPCA, which is this plaid, very lightweight cotton. It is quite sheer and it's just really nice and tonal for winter. We are currently in winter, so that would be great. And I'm going to be lining it with this brushed stretch cotton fabric like this. So it's going to make that nice and opaque, especially for the shorts and for the top, but also nice and cozy for a little bit chillier days. Now, how I go about sewing off my Pinterest board is I find something that I really like, and then I pin it. I then go through my patterns and see if I have anything similar that could imitate something like that, maybe tweak the pattern a little bit and recreate that design. Or as like a last resort, I pattern draft what I think would make that end product. A while ago, I did play around with pattern drafting. It is a completely different beast in its own right. It is so tricky to pattern draft, but I did manage to come up with my own top pattern and my own shorts patterns with pockets. I have tested and tried out this pattern already, and it's managed to make what I'm kind of going for. These are the pair of shorts that I made from my own pattern, and they fit really well and they give the desired effect. They've got the pockets inserted, so I know the shorts definitely work. And I have been trialing the top, and this is kind of what it looked like. However, for this specific design, I'm going to make the sleeves longer and have a cuff around the wrist so that it's a little bit warmer for winter. And I am making the bottom a bit more frilly instead of just looking like a panel on the shirt, but it is going to have the tie detail. It's going to have a dart in the front and a dart in the back. So I'm feeling pretty confident with my patterns. I would say maybe the shorts more so than the top, but we'll see how it goes. And hopefully we get a cute winter set that is super trendy right now and I don't have to go out to the shops and buy. I'm going to start with my shorts pattern. So I've got my elastic, back panels, front panels, pockets and frill. And I'm going to start with some prep work where I'm going to overlock the pockets before we start. The pockets are on the shorts, so that is done. And now it is time to put the shorts together. So what I do for my shorts, I've tried a lot of different methods and I found that this one is the easiest to follow to put shorts together. And basically what I do is I take one back piece and one front piece. Then what I do is I take the back piece and I lay it flat on the table with the right side facing me. And then I take the front panel and I place it on top of the back panel with the wrong side facing me, so the right sides are together, and I line up this little piece, the little crotch area, with the back panel. So if you have a look here, this is the back panel. There's no raw edges facing me, so I know that that's the right way. And then I take the front panel and I put it on top with the wrong side facing me. So if you have a look here, you can see the raw edges are facing me. And all I do is I connect it over here. The pockets are going to be different places and whatnot. Don't worry about that. The main thing is that this lines up. And I've done it over here as well. So that's the back piece, this is the front piece, and I'm going to just sew there and there. I've also done it for the lining, and to be completely honest with you, I've never really done lining in shorts before, so I'm not sure how this is going to come together. I'm kind of just playing it by ear and we shall see if it's successful or not. Hopefully it is. That would be great. I've just pinned the lining to the shorts, so I've opened them up. This is where we stitched earlier, so I did it to the lining and to the shorts, and then I've just pinned it all along the I think that's the inseam, yeah, and I have no idea if this is when I'm supposed to put the lining in. I'm pretty much just winging it here. So I'm going to do a 1 centimeter seam allowance all the way here, and I'm going to do it for the other set as well. Having a little ponder about how to do the next step. And I think what I've decided to do is kind of just redo that step, not redo, but basically do that step again with the lining attached. So I've opened up the shorts, I've put the right sides together, and I'm basically just going to re-stitch the inseam. And then hopefully when we put the shorts together, I can just then sew up the side seams, if that makes sense. Yeah, let's try. So this is what I mean. I've kind of just laid them flat. So like this is the front panel, this is the back panel with the lining attached, and now I've just put the other one, back panel, other front panel on top, and I'm basically just going to re-stitch all of that and then overlock it, I think. Okay, let's see. So I thought before I overlock it, let me just check, and it is wrong. When I open it up, the lining is on the outside. So basically the lining has now become the shell and the actual fabric has become the lining. Okay, so basically I need to unpick that, and it's quite tricky because this fabric is fraying already, so I have to be quite careful, otherwise I'm going to lose my seam allowance. And then I need to put the lining fabric on the outsides and then redo that step, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's unpick and see. Thank goodness for this tool. Honestly, that was a lot easier than what I was expecting. A lot of people tend to rip their clothes with this, myself included. And I found on TikTok, somebody said that this little red ball needs to be facing down when you are seam ripping. So that needs to go there. And honestly, game changer. Game changer. Put that little ball down and then you just go and all the stitches come off. Okay. My brain is racking over how to do this. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a little bit unwell and I'm getting hotter and hotter as this video is going on. But we shall push on and have a little tea break just now. But let's figure out these pants first, because I think I'm getting hotter because my brain is like thinking incredibly hard how to solve this puzzle. Okay, the only possible solution that I could think of right now is I flipped the lining to the wrong side of the pants that they're attached to and basically put the right sides free and then the lining on the inside. So all the raw edges on the crotch seam between the lining and the panels aren't closed. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one flat, so lining facing the table, and then take this side and put the lining facing me on top of those panels. So, and then redo the U shape. That is all that I can think of right now. Comment below what I should have done, because I feel like maybe if I sewed the lining onto the wrong sides on the panels first, and then basically did what I did previously, it would have worked. But because I sewed the lining onto the right side of the shorts and then flipped it, I couldn't do that step. Okay. Let's do this and see if it comes out okay. Right. Moment of truth. Are we ready? Yay. Okay, cool. So that is the shell and that is the lining. We now have almost like a French seam in the crotch, which I mean, okay. So I'm going to press that and then I'm going to put the shell together and stitch the pockets. I've just put the right sides facing together and I've overlocked the lining so that it stays in place. And basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew here all the way around the pocket and down, and on this side too, here all the way around the pocket and down. We are about to turn the shorts the right way round. Fingers crossed. Yay! Isn't sewing just so magical? Like, this was just fabric before, and now we have starting to look like a pair of shorts. Okay, not looking too bad. All that is left to do now is the frill and the elastic band, but I'm feeling really hungry, so I think it is time for lunch. We're gonna have a little lunch break and we'll be right back to finish the shorts. And we are back with an outfit change, full belly, and our beverage of the day. It is a cup of hot chocolate because it's getting colder and why not, you know? Comment below, what are you guys drinking? Have you got a nice hot beverage? What snacks are you eating? I am not feeling the best. If you have the flu that's been going around, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like all here. So I'm gonna see how much longer I'm gonna concentrate for. I've just got to do the elastic band and the little frill at the bottom, and then the shorts will be done. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the top today. We shall see how I feel after the shorts. Enough rambling. Let's get into it. Okay, quick little update. The waistband is done. The elastic is in, and I have put my little Style Me Hannah tag in the back. And now it is just the frills left to do. So I'm gonna get on gathering the fabric, and then yeah, finish off the shorts. I will put the outfit together at the end and show you what it looks like. So I won't spoil the surprise. I will leave you on a little sewing time lapse, and then at the end of the video we'll do a little try on haul. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. Haven't been chatting much just because I'm just in my little sewing bubble. But I thought I'd give you a quick update on where I am at the moment with the top. It's going really smoothly. It's nice and relaxing. But yeah, let me give you a quick little update. All right, so I've done a whole bunch of prepping. You would have seen me prep the straps and the darts and all of that. And now I'm sewing the lining to the shell. So I'm going to be sewing all the way here and down, securing those straps all the way here and down. I'm leaving the bottom open and the sides just because the frill is going to go at the bottom, and I'm connecting the shoulder straps to the back panel. And then I've got the back panel with the lining and the shell, and I'm just going to be stitching around the neckline here and then flipping it inside out. So that's where I'm currently at. Let's go. Another quick little update. I have prepped the sleeves. I've added a gathering stitch all along the head of the sleeve. I've made a little casing for elastic to go through the bottom, and I've done that on the other sleeve as well. And I have hemmed and add gathering stitches to the little frill that's going to be added at the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the elastic in the bottom of the sleeve, and then attach the sleeve to the bodice, I think. Yeah, I'll do the frill last. I have put in the elastics, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure the elastic on either side just so that it doesn't budge. So I've done it on this one and on this one. Before I put the sleeves in, I'm just going to do a quick stay stitch on the armhole. It's just going to basically ensure that I catch both the lining fabric and the shell fabric when I'm inserting the sleeves. So I'm just going to do a quick basting stitch all the way around there, and then we'll put the sleeves in. I have just finished pinning my sleeves to my armhole. I have both of them on, and now I just need to go ahead and sew them together. The amount of pins that I have attaching this, because it's a reverse curve, so your armhole's going like that but your sleeve is going like that, so you have to pin all the way along to put it together. So it is crazy. Okay, let's do this in real time. Let's see how this goes. Always get nervous doing armholes because you just there's just a lot going on. Right, decrease stitch length, and we are ready to go. Let's go. You do have to kind of shift as you go along, otherwise you'll catch the wrong parts of the sleeve and you'll make little puckers. So it's quite tedious. You're like, stop, start, stop, start. Shifty, shifty. Oh, here comes the gathers. Stay, gathers, don't move. Okay. Ooh. Shifty, shifty. Oh, we're almost there. It's just you really got to make sure everything's in. Your lining, your shell, the sleeve. Otherwise, little bit of disaster. Done, one to go. The sleeve insertion was successful, I think. I haven't fully looked, but I did just flip it inside out. Not inside out, the right way. I flipped it the right way and had a look, and it was looking good. So I'm just unpicking that extra basting stitch that I did to secure the lining on the shell. Just because I don't want extra stitching that doesn't need to be there, especially on this white fabric. It can start to look a bit messy. So before I overlock, I'm just going to, take out these extra stitches. But so far, this top has been going very smoothly. I hope I'm not foreshadowing or anything. But it's been quite relaxing, just been enjoying putting my own pattern together. It's always such a cool feeling to know that I designed this, even though I'm sure you can find a lot of replicas on Etsy, like other patterns, but the fact that I designed this is like, it just makes it a little bit extra special. So I'm gonna put it the right way just to make sure everything's in place before I overlock, and then I will finish up those raw edges just so we don't have lots of fraying pieces. I'm just gonna do a quick little try on before I sew up the sides. Quick look. Oh, it's coming together so nicely. Can you see the vision? So obviously we still need to add the ruffle, so it'll make it a little bit longer. But before we do that, we need to sew up the sides and the sleeves. Hello, there you go. So that's like the ruffle. So it will sit just above the shorts waistband, which is perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we obviously need to sew up here and here. So hold on. Let me show you looking down. Just pinned it up so you can see better. I'm going to sew up the side and along the bottom of the sleeve on both sides, and then I'm going to overlock it all, and the main bodice will be done. Then we just got to attach the frill. We have made an item that resembles a top, and I'm very happy. Obviously we still got the frill to put on, so it's not going to be an ultra crop top, but I just popped it on to see the feel and the fit, and I'm pretty stoked, I must say. I've had a little lunch break, got a coffee, and I'm going to wrap up this top. I'm not going to film the remainder of the process because I do want it to be a surprise for the end, for like a final reveal of the top and the shorts together. If you are enjoying this video so far, you guys know the drill by now. Subscribe, join the Style Me Hannah family. Lots of sewing content coming your way, and yeah, you'll just be notified when I post so you don't miss a video. Guys, I am so sorry. I completely forgot to say goodbye to you. How rude. Thank you so much for watching this video and spending this time with me as always. I hope you feel inspired to try out some pins and recreate them. Just remember, it's just fabric and thread. You've got this. I believe in you. Be sure to subscribe, give me a like, maybe comment on what you thought. Did I do a good job of bringing my pin to life? I will see you guys really soon. Bye.